Once again, it's time for our weekly session of Cooking Mamas and Papas! Yay! So, what are we making this week, guys?
Boba milk tea!
Boba milk tea? Oh my gosh! Are you excited for it, Jason?
Yes. Hell yes! Okay, so to start off the show, once again, I'm Lillian.
I'm Vincent.
I'm Jorelle.
I'm Jason.
Everybody prepare your pens and paper so you can write down all the information and ingredients for you. For the first two, you have white sugar and brown sugar.
And next, of course, you will have tea, as well as water.
And then you have boba and milk.
Okay. Started.
Well, for the first part, we have to first make sugar syrup. So, as we can see, we have 1 part brown sugar,
And we have 2 parts white sugar.
as well as 3 parts water that we need to boil. So as we can see, water is currently boiling, so we're gonna add the sugar. So, once the sugar is added, as we can see, we will have to stir it until sugar dissolves.
So Vincent, while we're waiting, what on earth is actually boba and where did it come from?
Well, boba, tapioca, or pearl, whatever you want to call them, they came from Taiwan basically. Well, you know how much America loves them. I'm sure you do too. Like, yeah.
Oh, so as Vincent mentioned, boba came from Taiwan and it got really popular in Taiwan. So here in America, stores like Quickly's and Lolly Cup started to come out one by one.
Okay, so how boba actually came to America, no one knows. Perhaps some new immigrant just really missed the taste of boba and just brought it here. It's the same theory as Hispanics and bringing over tacos and burritos, and Chinese people bring over fried rice and... But anyway, they decided to bring boba over here and sell it.
Anyway, I'm sure. So now that the sugar crystals have dissolved, we can now pour the syrup into this bowl and let it cool.
Now that the syrup is done, but remember, you can always try the ratio of the white sugar and the brown sugar and the water to see if you like it to be sweeter or less sweet.
Okay, so now the syrup is done, we can start with the tapioca pearls, which is the boba. This is the chief main ingredient in the boba milk tea, so make sure to be really careful with them.
So for the boba drink, you need 1 part of boba, which in our case, 3 ounces of boba, and 4 parts of water in our pot, and the boiled water.
Please also be careful because the boba actually expands while you heat it. So if you put more boba in, that means you have to put more water in proportionally. While we're waiting time to pass, we can make the tea first. Remember that black tea or green tea are both good for making boba milk tea. After you pour the hot water in, remember to let it cool down to room temperature. And for tea, it's like for Taiwanese people, it's the same thing as sort of coffee and Westerners. It's a very essential part of our lives.
Tea had played a significant role in Taiwan's history. In the early days, tea was mainly as exports, and they were considered very high quality, and they were shipped to all different parts of the world. Nowadays, tea is pretty much for everyone, and in recent years, stores have bottled tea or make different kinds of milk tea to sell in convenience stores to appeal to the popular masses.
Wait, so just that you mentioned that the tea is very important. What is actually the difference between using green tea and black tea?
Well, green tea for itself is 0% fermentation, while black tea is 100% fermentation. And a lot of these factors vary between the quality of the tea. It depends on harvesting, time of planting, and the altitude in which these tea are grown at. However, for a lot of these quickly, lollipop, sweethearts, even, a lot of the tea that they use are of the lower quality because it's cheaper, so they can mass produce the tea. And to compensate for the lack of quality and the lack of taste, they use sugar or some other kinds of syrup.
Great, the water is boiling. Now we add the pearls and let it boil for 30 minutes. And keep in mind to constantly stir so that the pearls don't stick to the pot.
Why is screaming?
Spit a few times.
Where is
Alright, go.
Say it.
Marco?
Polo.
Marco.
Polo.
Marco, there we go.
As the boba is about to be finished with its cooking, I'm going to try and see how it tastes right now. It's chewy, but it has no taste so far.
Oh, it's been 30 minutes. Let's check on the boba. Oh, see, they're all sticky and squishy now. So they're ready. So you drain out the water. And run the boba over cold water to let it cool down.
Well, now the boba are ready. Look. Well, the next step is to put it in the syrup. You remember the syrup that we cooked a few hours ago? Well, this is what it's for. Slowly put the boba in. And though it floats, stir it a little bit in hopes that all of the boba will be covered in syrup.
Okay, for now, we're gonna make the milk tea part.
Okay, so for today's tea, we have jasmine green tea. The reason why it has that jasmine flavor in it because the tea was cured with jasmine flowers, and as the tea was being processed, the jasmine flowers were removed. So there are no jasmine flowers involved. Now, let's make the milk tea.
Shake it a little.
And usually it's 1-to-1 ratio, but you can determine how milky you want it or how tea you want it.
So you take a spoonful of boba and you put it into the milk and stir. And don't forget to add syrup into your milk tea.
So once you put the milk tea, syrup, and the boba in here, you just shake it like this.
Or you can shake it like this.
Whatever way you want.
So now it's the tasting part. Let me try this boba milk tea. It's delicious.
It tastes like the real thing.
Milky and sweet. Perfect.
The boba is so chewy and tangy.
So after today's hard work, this is our final product.
Well, I hope that you guys have all jotted down the different steps and will be able to make it at home.
See you guys next week.
On
Cooking Mamas and Papas.